Thurman Thomas built and T. Boone Pickens financed. Welcome to Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Iowa State Cyclones taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Cyclones will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Cowboys offense will go to work first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
They're dealing with a second and long. To throw, it's Flores. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Davis. Pulled down for the tackle.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Using his legs, it's Fields. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Flores. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So Iowa State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Pulls it in. It's Sowell.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. From the gun, give on the inside. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's 4. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it on the counter. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. Looking for a man. It's Flores. Trying to set up the screen. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Now the play fake. Fires the pass. Intercepted. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma State!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They're looking for something. There he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the Cyclones come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Cyclones coming off a program record for wins, their second-best poll finish ever, and who could forget that Pop-Tart Bowl victory over Miami? Matt Campbell continues to have the Clones flourishing.
Yeah, made it to the Big 12 championship game. Now they're trying to take the next step. We've got Rocco Becht at quarterback. He's a really good young talent, David, and someone I know they want to keep building around.
He's just fun to watch, man. He makes all the plays, will scramble if he needs to. Been really good late in close games. That was something a year ago. They won a bunch of those games, but you're right, Reese. In the beginning, Matt Campbell, he's still here.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Got his man. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowpokes. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Sowell. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QBC's easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Iowa State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Flores. Here's a heat. He's going to take off, and he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man in the middle. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. They'll immediately call timeout. The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Freeman. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
Pulls it in. It's Brock. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside is 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
The Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Bringing it back. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
The Cyclones in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, it's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Beck saved his best for last in 2024, 4 touchdowns to seal a classic Pop-Tart Bowl win, unfrosted still better. This year he's going to have to get used to some new receivers, and they're going to need some guys to step up, David.
Unfrosted, absolutely not better first. That was blasphemous. You should never get away with that again. But Rocco Beck, he had a great, solid season. Came up in the clutch when they really needed him down the stretch of games. Another year in the system. Interested to see what the Cyclones can do now.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Offense gets set for second down. Rides the back on the option to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cyclones. They take the lead with the 6.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. The give from the gun. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Just feeds the running back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Cowboys come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Flores. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Cowboys line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Pulls and fires complete. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Flores. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle, it's Townsend. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Give to the running back. Spins away from the defender. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And the Cyclones are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Freeman. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Flores. The screen, he's got wheels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Working that wide receiver screen. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Great place to start for this offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
The Cyclones really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Running the red zone, it's Hansen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights, good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Coming out with it, it's Freeman. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And the Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Flores. He's got him. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Working that left side now. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Under fire. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And the Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Back to throw, it's Flores. Here's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. It's caught. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.